Oh, thank you, Dan.
You're welcome. We blew the budget on that board. You better appreciate it.
I know, high quality stuff. What is Amazon FBA? So Amazon FBA is fulfillment by Amazon. So what does that actually mean? Amazon fulfill your products for you, but there is a lot more to it than just them sending out the products to your customer. They obviously advertise your products for you, so you're selling it on their platform. They deal with all the customer service, they deal with all of the issues, all of the returns. So it's quite an amazing business model really, because it basically means you find your products, you send them into Amazon's warehouse, they will then store them, they'll sell them. When you sell it, they'll dispatch it to your customer. And as I said, any issues, they'll deal with it directly. So your only real job is actually finding products. Okay, so now we have the next question, which is, what does Amazon FBA mean? So this is quite similar to the last question really. Amazon FBA, it means Amazon fulfillment by Amazon. But Amazon FBA specifically means where you buy your products, whether that is branded products, whether that is your own products, and you send them into Amazon's warehouse. They then fulfill them, they also store them, they sell them, and they deal with all the customer service. So that is what Amazon FBA means. So question number 3, let's see what we've got. I'm ready to cut that bit. Where to ship Amazon FBA? I'm not sure that makes too much sense, but I presume they mean where to ship into Amazon FBA. You won't actually know where you're sending your products into until you arrange the shipment on Amazon. So you basically deal with everything on your Amazon seller account. I have done a video before previously where I show all the details of creating a shipment, which I'll just link up here. But the basics of how it works is you add the product into your inventory on Amazon. You then create shipping, so you'll need to add information like the weight, the size, any important information about if it needs special requirements. You'll then have to print out barcode labels, you'll have to print out UPS labels to actually get the products into Amazon. The actual location, that'll be pre-decided by Amazon depending on a number of factors. There are hundreds of warehouses across the country and it could go to potentially any of them. The next question we have is, where to source Amazon FBA products. So there are a few places you can look to source your FBA products, and it all depends on the method of Amazon FBA you like to use. So as I mentioned earlier, there are a few different routes you can go down. We've got arbitrage, we've got wholesale, and we've got private label. So arbitrage, this is where you're buying from retail stores. It might be Asda, it might be Walmart, it might be Tesco. You are buying from a retailer for retail price. Now wholesale, this is where you're buying actually from a wholesaler. You'll be buying it in bulk. And then private label, this is where you'll be buying from usually China. You'll be creating your own brand and you'll have to create your own listing and you'll have to generate all the interest as well. What's the best method to use when you're getting started? Now we always recommend arbitrage just because it's the most accessible, it's the cheapest to do. You don't need huge amounts, you don't need thousands to get started. You can quite easily spend just £100 or $100 on product and get you set up and selling. And this is why we do our deal of the day feature, which I'll just show a video going across the screen now so you can see how that works. This is where we send in 1 to 2 deals Monday to Friday to all of our users for free to give them inspiration on the types of deals to go for, the types of deals to look at, the websites to go for, the websites to avoid, and so on. Where to learn Amazon FBA? Now, I would say the best place to learn about Amazon FBA would be YouTube. There is so much content, like our YouTube channel. We are always putting out new content about Amazon FBA. There are loads of other amazing YouTubers who do great content about selling on Amazon. There isn't really a topic which isn't covered, and it is totally free. Now, if you are a member of Profitl or you're thinking of joining Profitl, we do also have a free FBA course which we give out to all of our customers when they join. It takes you from setting up your Amazon seller account, finding your first deal, analyzing your first deal, sending your first product into Amazon's warehouse, using Amazon's free repricer, scaling your account, and all the core basics you need to get set up and selling. So that is something which we do offer for all customers. Now, just before we move into the next question, we have an exclusive YouTube discount code. If you were thinking of starting Amazon FBA and you're on the fence, well, hopefully this will change your mind. You can now join Profitl with 20% off a monthly plan or 5% off a yearly plan, and I will just link the discount codes right here, so make sure to take a screenshot of them. Okay, we now have our next set of questions, so let's have a look at the first one. We have, can I start Amazon FBA with $100? Now that is a difficult one. You could start Amazon FBA with $100 to spend just on products, but obviously there are a few costs involved with Amazon FBA other than just buying your products. You're gonna have to pay to have an Amazon seller account. If you're in the UK, that's gonna cost you £30 a month. You are also gonna need software as well, which is gonna range from between £30 to £60 a month, depending on what route you go down. Packaging and printing equipment, so you're gonna need a printer to print labels, and you're gonna need boxes, you're gonna need poly bags, you're gonna need tape, which all costs money. So could you start Amazon FBA with $100? Probably not. It probably is possible to start with $200. $100 might be a stretch unless you already have a printer, packaging, and you're only spending, say, $50 on product. But realistically, it's going to cost you between $200 to $300. But that's still such a cheap amount in the grand schemes of setting up a business. Obviously, you haven't got any premises. You can deal with it all at home. You don't need any staff. You can deal with it all yourself. So realistically, it is probably one of the cheapest business models out there for you to start today. And then we have, can Amazon FBA make me a millionaire? Yes. It can, but not very easily. Now, in my opinion, the only way to become a true Amazon FBA millionaire would be the private label route. Now, with arbitrage and with wholesale, it's quite possible to earn hundreds of thousands a year, which is obviously an incredible amount of money. But to become an Amazon FBA millionaire, you would need to create your own brand and have some sort of USP which gives what you're doing value. If you Google Amazon FBA millionaire, there is loads of articles about people who have started their own brand or started multiple brands which they have gone on to sell for millions of pounds. Whereas with arbitrage and wholesale, that is more difficult to get to that stage. Now, obviously, I'm probably wrong. There probably are people who are wholesalers who might be millionaires, but by far the easiest way and your most likely way to do it would be to get involved with private label. Is Amazon FBA dead? I'm going to say no, and obviously I'm probably going to be biased on this. Amazon FBA sales are just increasing year on year on year. The one thing to think about is that it is getting more competitive, so that does make it a lot harder. There are more and more people trying to do it, which means you have to be smarter, you have to do better things to try and get that buy box and try to get them sales. But is it dead? No. I'm going to show you some of our users' results, just scrolling across the screen right here, and you can see that it definitely isn't dead. Is it dead? No. Is it easy? No. Start we have, is Amazon FBA worth it in 2022? Yes, it's 100% worth it. Now, please don't think it's going to be easy, because it's not. It is such an amazing business model to firstly start as a side hustle. It is totally hands off. Your only real work is finding your products in the first place and then sending them into Amazon's warehouse. In the grand scheme of scaling, it's quite an easy business model to scale, because all you have to do is keep finding more products and increasing the amount of stock you are sending into Amazon's warehouse. Now, it is really important not to think of Amazon FBA as a get rich quick scheme, because that's not it whatsoever. But sales are only on the increase, so 2022 is the perfect time to start. Okay, now we have our final question, which is how to start Amazon FBA. And I think this is a great question to end on. So I'd recommend to start with the arbitrage route. So this is where you're buying products from retail stores. If you check out some of our previous videos, this is a lot of the content we put out, just because we consider it like the stepping stone into Amazon FBA. It is the easiest way to get started, because you don't need loads of money to get started. You don't need a limited company, because a lot of wholesalers will require you to be a limited company in order to sell to you. You can just pop down your local shops, or you can go onto Argos or Walmart or wherever it may be and find your first deal. Once you've started arbitraging, you've learned the processes, that is the time to start looking into wholesale. So a lot of people start to add that on the side alongside arbitrage, and then also look into private label, which is the one big thing which most people want to finalize with the Amazon FBA. That is how you can scale the largest and build a truly valuable business. But the one thing you should be doing to get started is joining Profitl, of course. When you do join, you'll get a live welcome call with one of our team, taking you through the platform and talking about Amazon FBA. We also have a free FBA course, which I mentioned earlier, and we have our amazing Discord community with over 3,000 people in it. It's a fantastic place to learn, full of like-minded people of all different stages of their journey, and that is available for all Profitl customers. If there are any videos you'd like us to make, just comment below and let us know things you'd like us to cover. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're not already doing so, and we will see you in the next video.